We are 7:15 Canada time here on August the 14th, 2026. Just a nice little run out. Like that. Carry on down. Internal range liquidity. Let's look for this one here. You pull the fib tool in here. You'll be looking for let's see if we can't see, we can't head on down to this discount here on here. 50%. Any one of these is in the discount portion that we're in already, as you can see. So we've just dropped short of the 62%. If we're going to use this first little bump here, you did hit 62%. See if we can't come down a little lower. At 62 on the button. Now we've come down to a discount portion. We can run higher. I still like. We have this BISI down here as well. Come back. We've retested this one. We've retested this one. And I want to see if it runs back down deeper here. Runs through these little lows. Let me just see where we are on. Right. Good morning, Hadi. How are you, buddy? I like the fact we keep chopping into here, and we're not really pushing it back up after 62%. So my thoughts are we have a run down into this discount area here, a deeper discount. So 70. I'd really like to see these equal lows get taken first. And I think I already put in Yeah, I did. I put this in last night. I was up till 2:40 last night. Couldn't sleep. Restless leg syndrome. I hate that. When your legs are just twitchy and you just can't get them to calm down. So I got up and painted and did some trading, rolling, that kind of stuff, roll the muscles out. Not that you guys care about that, but it's just you and me here right now, Hadi. It's just you and me having coffee, Hadi. I'm not too bad. A little tired right now. Didn't have much sleep. But how are you? How's your family? How's my little buddy Daniel? How's he doing? How's your wife? Hope everything's great there in Toronto. Hope the weather's all good. We're getting closer to the wedding day. We're about just under a month away. We booked our flights to England. Can't believe how expensive flights are now. That's some crazy stuff, man. You're bullish today, are you? Yeah, I could see that. We have come up to the top of that 4 hour, or yeah, the 4 hour premium's been hit now. What do we want to see to get out of that? I like that we've already put some little hairs up there. We just punched into the rejection block on the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour chart there. That puts us at 283. See where 283 is? See that little tiny imbalance in there? I stretch it out. See right there? 283 puts us right on the top of it. And then we've reacted off of that right there. So keep your eye on that level there, Hadi. And that's the top of the 4 hour. And then we have another one right above us, right here. So if you take this and you do this, that'll give us the 4 hour as well. The next one above us. So yeah, rightfully so, my friend. I do believe you're you're on the right track there. But I'd like to see us come back into this before we reach up higher. Like get below that consequent encroachment of that. If we can get back to the consequent encroachment, or at least right here, see how this bear candle comes down on the 4 hour? See how we closed above it? This is typically what you want to see, is it come back into the high or the open, and it did right perfectly to the open. And now this candle is going to end in 35 minutes. And this would be like a come back and just tag this area before going up higher. But you want to see that stay open if you want to see that go higher. But I'd like to see the next candle come back, just give it a little kiss, at least in here, or in at least here, like just back to the open of this candle at the 4 hour to 230 or something like that which would be enough to take these lows out for me. And then send it higher. Because obviously in the 4 hours, if we take this out, this low out with this BISI here, after taking that, that turns into a BISI and we drop down, we take it out, we come back to support it. That's a continuation. That's a model 2, right? So we'll need a pullback to get long. We'll see. Looking for a fair value gap up there. Box to box strategy. Yes. Up inside here in the 4 hours, looking delish. So look, if you want a nice little box to box, let's look for one of these. Here you go. We can get from this discount, run straight through. So we can get down low enough, like into this area here. Catch that as a, you see how we've already got it right here? We ran above it, came back down, we've tagged it, sent it up higher, pay yourself at the high. Now, if it rejects off of that, or at least comes back to the midpoint of this candle, we're touching it right now. So there's a potential for it to just touch that high, turn around and go higher. So I'm just going to make sure I get in a risk-free trade here, just because we're sitting right off of here. So if this does decide to go higher, that's a great place for it to go. So now you start looking. See, this higher time frame says start looking for a reversal. So start looking for an opportunity to see this turn. What would be a great place for it to do that? So then start, as you draw your candle down here, or sorry, as you draw your crosshairs down here, I want you to draw this down to the area that we see it reaching for, and then compare that over to the other side there. That's just coming into here in half this wick. We're just shy of it right now. So now we're looking for a nice little run higher hit D. I'm with you, man. I just want to see it tag that. That'd be a nice little box there. And this would be a open for a nice little run higher. So you're looking for any opportunity here now for this to show you a reversal. And right now there's nothing but little tiny imbalances and that in here. So keep in mind when we're looking at this discount box, look for this right here and then look for that consequent encroachment. How aggressively we bounce off the consequent encroachment is important for me. I always look at those consequent encroachments and say, are they just holding price and we getting a nice reaction down? Because if we hold that price and on the lower time frames you see a reversal, and then the next higher time frame, and then the next one, you start to go, that's a pullback. It's a big pullback. Where could we aim for it? Look at the little leg you're in, look for a discount, low-hanging fruit, pick it and run. Now you see where the bodies here are. We've come down into an area that's the 79%. If we look at that whole leg there, I'm going to try it from here to here. Right, 62%, right on the money. If I use just this one, 88%, right on the money. Oh, there you go. There's the flash bang right through. Done. And here's the run higher at 8:30 or 9:30. And you don't want to chase it, obviously. So that objective was hit nicely. Right at the open, it was a flash through. Good enough. So if this turns on you now, watch this doesn't end up being just a Judas swing into here and then turn around and flash it back down again. Because the initial flash was down and now we're pushing up. So it's like, I vaguely remember Michael mentioning this before. The open, watch the initial move. If the initial move is down, that's the direction it wants to go. It'll do the Judas swing up and then start taking the run down into the direction it said, hey, this is where I wanted to go. See that? Do you remember him saying that, Hindi? Do you ever watch all of his stuff? Sometimes I get these Michael flashbacks listening to his voice for years and years. So that first initial flash down, then the Judas swing higher, right into the premium. Look at that premium right there. Tagged it right on a 930. And really, it's just gone instantly flash, flash, box to box. Now I want to see it. This is so far showing me further downside. We're still looking for this down here. If that fails on a close, that mean threshold, which is also the consequent encroachment of the 4 hour. Funny how they line up, hey? If that fails, then I want to see this reach back into here. There's a small BISI down here, so we've got an overlap. I'm just going to wait for all this noise to settle down for the first 20 minutes or so. Noah says relative equal lows. Yeah, down here for sure. But if we start getting down there, then this ends up being the no-go zone. This is the potential run much lower. Take this out and start coming back into this leg again. So we may not get along at all. Initial run up. Now we're going down. Nice. I do like that idea. So I want to see you use this now as support. Come lower. Watch here, this whole section right here. So far we've got our future bull trap and reverse points. We got a suspension block occurring right here, or forming. Okay, so we're through this low candle here now, and we're just attacking the wick. So half that wick would be fine. Just keep coming lower for now. All right, we're there, Hadi. That was our target we're looking for. So let's see how we act here now. Right in here. So now we're looking for all those lows have been taken now. That's good. Those equal lows have been taken. I want to see, maybe we can get back into this midnight open range. Now we're watching that level right there. What are we looking for 5 minute? We have the open range above us. Oh, that's the new day opening gap. That's right on the money there, J or ID. Look at that perfect fill of it right there. Now we're looking for an opportunity to catch a reversal. You see it on the 15-second chart. There's the retest. Let it rip, man. Let's go, Hadi. Let's get up there, man. I'm with you, man. I'm in a long as well. Nice fill there. Send it out. Now rip, that's right to that no-go zone there. Good. I paid myself at the no-go. Let it run. I want to see get up on top of here now and start running for your next one above you, Hadi. I got in long right there. I got in on your 15-second chart. Off of here, when we broke up here, I got back in there, went long. It traded back through here, so I got out. Got back in again here, and I took off 2 there. I had 8 on. So I'm letting this, we got a discount or premium up here still. I still have 6 on this one, so let's see what we get on here. This could have been the big 9 candle low swing. So if you catch this one, right on the area we talked about, remember we were mentioning this, Adi? That would be our target to aim for. On the downside, if you were catching that short, I was in there short, but it was just to catch the lows here. And then you wait, okay, if we reach down to that discount box there and it reached right into the exact spot, then we said, now let's start targeting here an opportunity to catch a reversal. And there's a Model 1 right there. Boom. Hits it, runs higher, takes out the premium or the bull trap. And the only premium I've got left to do a box-to-box trade is right here. We're in it now. There. So now let me take off. Moving my stop now. I want to see this really aggressively get through here now. Start pushing for your next candle higher. I'm out now. That was a fun run. You're in long again? Yeah, I'm out right there. See how it's broken these highs? We've got this potential turn point here. This will be the new internal range liquidity hunt. So it's just a nice little run right up to that premium box there. I paid myself there and then had my stop loss sitting just below here. And we're out. So that's done. Now I'm just going to wait for a new setup. Internal range liquidity box What do we got left in here? We have this one down here to fill. Hasn't been tagged, so I'd like to see us start to run back through here now. Pull your fib tool on your low to your high. And see if we get, there's a retest right there. If we run back through here, find some support at that, start reaching for the mean threshold of that candle, rejection block, half the wick, old high. That's the routine you got to get into in terms of data points. So we did not get, all we did was come back into the area that we didn't get to test. And now we're looking for this to pump higher again. So come back, give this area a little test. And then we want to see that go higher now. And I just got in again there. And I stopped. I'm right into a break even already. So I want to see that hold. I like that little jump up there. It's nice. So I got out. We didn't hit 50%. I like the fact that we didn't hit 50% because it shows you that it's more aggressive. It ran right back through that premium area that we'd had set up here. Then we said we wanted to see it come back, retest it, bought in there, wait for the first high, pay yourself there, or at least move to break even, plus the cost of the trade. Now this area here could get retested. And it did. And I'm out there. Anyone didn't want to see that knifing through me there, but that's all right. Now we're going to wait. It's not acting the way I want it to act, so move to the sidelines and wait. So ES is a nice little discount downside to hit. So we want to see that close below here and then target this again. Yeah, I'd like to see that get targeted. So ES is going to pull on NQ to come back down. That's the run up. ES has already tagged the lows. NQ has not hit the lows yet of its small consolidation here. It's small consolidation. They've already hit the low of that. There's a fair value gap below you here. NQ does not have one. All we've got is this one here. So retesting this again, going lower. Let's see if that can go down even deeper still now. Watch the 50% area. Oops. Let's put that at the top of the range. We're through that level. Watch it keep coming lower. Nice. Well, I just keep chopping in. I took a short there. As soon as it got below the low, get disciplined, pay yourself. And then it came back. And as soon as I pulled my stop loss in here, it came back and took me. I just dragged my whole lot down into that, right near the bottom of that. I want it to come lower, so I keep trying to get in lower, and it's just chopping. Now it's chopping back and forth. I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait for a different opportunity because we broke the 50%. We're into that discount portion, so it's quite likely we can run right back up through. We've done our little retest back through here again. We've come back into low-hanging fruit in this 50% of this small leg here. Now I want to see that level right there and that mean threshold get broken to the upside. There's a small little run below the low, little SIBI right here. We're retesting it now, send it higher. So I just want to see this little cluster here break out from the upside to the upside. If it doesn't, we're into that little knotted chopping back and forth. Don't try to participate in an area where you're just going to get smashed around. Good morning, Russell. So that no-go zone came back. We've tagged it with wicks. No body's broken it yet. So wait to see the next 34 seconds. If this body breaks this, changes the outlook of where this is targeting. A D and D. Come on, Kevin's a good mentor as well. I like the way Kevin combines some really interesting retail thinking, and he's found a really good way to combine his retail with some of the ICT stuff. He uses volume and stuff. I think that's it's fun because it works for him. Too long off I didn't put in the first presentation. Thank you for reminding me. Where is our first one? Right there. So there's 8:30 or 9:30. It's a small little tiny one there, hey? That's 9:31. That's 9:30, 31. There's a little tiny one right there. You took a short off of here? We haven't even hit it again. Or are you talking about here? See how that no-go zone keeps getting pierced down into the discount portion, but we failed to get through it so far with a body. Wicks, ugly wicks doing some damage here this morning. So if you're looking at this as a suspension block now, you'd have to look at this. It's not even a suspension block though. Wicks all the way through. I would say if you're following the rules to the letter, right there is the first tight little. What do you guys get for that? That's the very first one. $9.33, $9.31, $9.32. There's a gap there. $9.33. You're looking at this one. So the debate now is going to be which one best suits your. You're looking at this one or this one. There's 9.30. You don't take the 9.30 to 9.31. You take the 9.31 to 9.32 and beyond. So that's the 9.31.32. Look at that. So if you are using this one, look at the consequent encroachment and the high of that. It's banging around on it. This one says, no, I'm chopping through it. This one seems to be the more valid one. If you're looking at it in terms of data points that are being respected versus this one here, which has been chopped right through. There is no SIBI. The SIBI is down here. This 930, this 933 is what you're using as the SIBI. I wouldn't go that far. Because if you do, then you have to use this whole suspension block. You got this imbalance down here and that there. You'd have to use all of that as, like Michael would call, a suspension block. If there's a SIBI with two little imbalances, volume imbalances on either side, that becomes a suspension block. So 9 seconds. See if this holds. They're here now. All right, we busted up. Busted up the band, man. The first fair value gap, but is it also including the imbalances? Michael uses imbalances as a first fair value gap as well. Let me check on our ICT index. Let me ask my ICT index fellow here. Best to get it from the horse himself. It's just chopping around in here right now, guys. So you're gonna get bored just out waiting for me to say something. So far, I'm still hunting for an answer to our question here. All right. All right, now I'm here. You gotta sign into that thing now. Aha. Okay, here's your answer. Let me drag this down here so you can see the answer. I'm going to drag this in here so you guys can see this. All right, so you see the first presentation is primarily a time-based label, not a separate type of imbalance. ICT explicitly describes it as the first efficiency that appears during a defined time window. For example, the first inefficiency after an opening event. So it's not necessarily linked, but it's not necessarily limited to traditional 3-candle fair value gap. If the first qualifying inefficiency is a volume imbalance, it can be the first presentation in the context. ICT has also showed the first presentation fair value gap alongside a separate volume imbalance, treating them as two distinct reference sources. The practical distinction is first presentation, the first inefficiency formed in that time. There you go, Russell. You have now been properly informed, my friend. So that would be this one right here. So if you have to use, if you use this one, sorry, this one here, then that doesn't stand alone. If it does, it would have to be all of this, because it includes this inefficiency and that inefficiency. And Michael has recently called that the suspension block. So it'd be interesting. What are you other guys got that? I guess it's a moot point. Nobody cares anymore. All right. I get it. I'll shut up. So we are well down into the 62, close to 70% change in direction. Look where the hourly sits right now, you guys. Look at the wick and its damage it's done at 9 o'clock. Back to an area that we wanted to see. We got the reversal. Now I want to see this retest here. This is good. Now send it higher. It's good. That's a retest right there. See how there's a low? We swept all these lows here. Change in direction, retested it. That's a model 1. Model 2, right here, retest, go higher to your premium. Pay yourself at that premium. I'm going to give myself a couple of bits of cash there. And I'm going to sell that. And then I'm going to put that at 3. Confirm before it comes back and takes me out. Lovely. Paid myself at the premium. Now I want to see this break through here and go higher. See how we've got their run higher? It just showed you 2 models there already. 1, 2, right here. Now we're looking for this to close above here. And then we're looking for a model 3, a retest of this, and then send it up. Extend this range extension. Then I'm looking for a continuation is a model 4, back into this candle's high, its wick, its open, or its close, its mean threshold, back into this, no more than that, and send it higher. Rejection block. Did you pay yourself there? I didn't. I was too busy talking. That's a nice little tag. Send it. Let's go. Rip it up. So you want to see it chopping around inside here now. So this has got to start breaking out of here. Otherwise, this now becomes the... it just took me out there. Let's see if this goes higher. The body's already closed back below this level. So we've got to change in direction. We're taking out some little high here at the rejection block. We can come all the way back down into here. Main threshold of that one. So always cover your ass with your... Follow the rules. I'll tell you, the penguin, man. Follow the penguin. I know if you're in the community, you'll understand the penguin. So look at that little bounce right off that first presentation again. And that's another retest of this. And we don't want to see the mean threshold of that let go. If it does, look for a retest of the SIBI below us. So there's the... Let's see if it gets back down into here. It's through it. So I've lost confidence that that's going to go higher right now. I want to see this level here get tagged first. And then I want to see it punch up there. If it hits here first and then runs through here, then we've got this potential to run back down into our discount box here. We're in this chop. Right? So see how we've run back. We've cleared this area right here. We've got a change in direction. We've got a suspension. If that is, I don't know if that is. Anyway, we got a SIBI here with an imbalance, and we got a SIBI here with an imbalance. So you have to use all of this. We've traded through it, traded back up inside it. Now we're looking for us to go lower, looking for a tag into here, which we're hitting now. Now, are we going to use this as our new no-go zone? So watch. If we just bounce off of that now and send it straight back through here, we're back on track for going higher. No trade. This is just chop around. Stay on the horse. That's all we're doing here. Just studying price action. I'm with you, Hadi. There. Now we're below it. Retest it. Now you want to see a Model 3. That should hold, and we should start running lower now. And watch how the wicks are acting here. Is the algorithm starting to settle down and hit specific points and bounce off of them? Or is it still very wicky? Wicky. That's nice. See this, now we're going lower. And our little fella way down yonder on the old Chattahoochee. So watch this low get taken here is what we're looking for, Model 3. And see how we're chopping back through it? Not what you want to see. And it closed above it. Below it, above it, inside a choppy range. Be like Hadi, sit on the lily pad. Chill, man. Just chill. Don't rush your trades. Wait for your setup. Hadi, you still looking at that 15-second chart? I bet that looks like a mess right now. Actually, not too bad. Nope. So watch this one here. We have a retest right here inside it. I want to see this one break now. Right off the top of the no-go zone again. We're back inside this one. its mean threshold, send it higher, clear out these guys here, and take out that first presentation again. And again, it doesn't matter what chart we're on. We're just showing you this. If you're in a specific type of trading style, and some people come here and go, there's no way anybody's going to trade a 15-second chart or a 1-minute chart. The purpose of this channel is to kind of show you how to read the price action and anticipate where it's going to go. So if you are one of those hourly traders, what we're seeing here on a 15-second chart, just because it's manifesting quicker in front of your eyes, you should see whether or not the strategy applies even down in the 15-second chart, because it's happening quickly, so that it'll determine whether or not you're right or wrong. The methodology, the algorithmicness, is that a word? Algorithmicness of the algorithm still presents itself no matter what time frame you trade on. So if you don't find any use in a 15-second or 1-minute chart, you're missing the point. The point is just to study the algorithm. So that if you study this and you've got a trade set up that works for you on an hourly level, or you're running an algorithm, or you're running an indicator, or you're running a bot, this is how you start to look and study price action, how you want it to act. And if these levels are being hit that we're talking about on these lower time frames, and we just keep switching back and forth between time frames, you'll see that it works on every time frame, every asset class. Okay, so we're back through this here. We've popped through it, popped back into it. Now we're running lower, so you don't get your run on the highs. See how the wicks just kept popping up there into the rejection area, this little tiny swing point. And now we've popped back through that imbalance on the downside, retested it, going lower, wait for the mean threshold to let go. It lets go right here, come back, retest into this. This would be the breaker. No, it wouldn't be a breaker. Yeah, no, there's no swing point here. So it's like a mitigation block. Trade through it. So look for this low to get taken the moment we break through this mean threshold. Come back, retest it, go lower. It's through there now. Now I want to see this candle act as support and keep pushing lower. It's a mitigation block, not a breaker. So it's less, it's not as strong as a breaker would be if we'd ran out some highs here. And we're through the mean threshold of it again. We're back to that little no-go zone. So this will be a model 4 extension. We had this little tiny extension here, trade all the way back into rejection block. Sorry, the no-go zone, tagged it perfectly, model 4. Pay yourself at the next low. So wherever that was, you paid yourself there. Move your stop loss to break even, let it run. Now you're targeting this little discount one down here. Again, that's a 15-second. Let's look for 1 minute again. I don't want you to start thinking that we're that's all we do is live in a 15-second chart. So see how that's the no-go zone? Broke through it, came back, tested it, run on that low, come back, tested it again, run on the next low. And now we're looking for that discount array down here. And bingo bango. Oh, not bingo bango, just shy of bingo bango. And what is that? That's a 17 candle. So 18 should go against 17, 19 should go against 18, and then 21 set us a low. So if 16, 17 ends up here in 15 seconds as a down candle, 18, give us a little pop, run higher. This is the squabblers, the late squabblers. We had the squabblers at 9, 10, 11, and 12. That was the squabblers here. The squabblers at 18, 19, and 20. All vying for who wants to be the lowest candle. 16, 17, 18. So you're looking at night 20, 21 down here now. Look for this midnight open. So the setups, see how it's starting to become more perfect now? It's settling down. Wicks aren't doing too much damage now. It's suddenly the algorithm is settling down into the area we want to see it. Just tag it and leave. Tag it and leave. That's the demand you want to have, Russell, on price action. If it's not acting the way you want it to act, you put your stop loss here and say, I do not want to see a wick rip through that. If it does, it's too choppy for me. The market's not settling down. Is this a right time and price? Well, I want to see 10 o'clock here, settle in here and start to get a reversal. So we can start seeing a change in direction. So there's the 9 hour. 10 should make a nice little low below that. And then I'm looking for a reversal opportunity there, right below that low. And what's sitting just below that low? What kind of data points are situated right there? So if I'm looking at my TIBS is telling me 910 makes the low of the day or the low of the morning. So there's the new low right there. That's the 10. And I'm looking for the data points are the open range, midnight open range, first presentation fair value gap at midnight, and the midnight open, and the rest of the range. So anything in here I'm looking for a reversal off of. If we're going to head back up to your higher point you're looking for today, Hadi, up there. Otherwise, we've just, all we're doing is banging around inside a bigger hourly bull flag. That's at 10 o'clock. I like this. I'm looking for an opportunity to see a long now. And you hunt all the way to the top of that. It's that 10 o'clock, hunt the whole hour of the 9 o'clock. So run all the way back up to the high. So you want to see that set the low. Even if 11 o'clock comes back in here, starts driving higher, I want to see that set as the low of the morning right now. So you just wait for your Model 1 to set up. Otherwise, Model 2 has to be up here. And you're right into the premium, so you might as well wait for the whole leg to let go, because this is low-hanging fruit. Inside here, you got a couple of little pockets to see price test. I want to see this candle be a bull trap. I want to see us trade below it, create a fair value gap, get above it, use this as a bull trap, and then start setting it higher. So start anticipating what that candle is going to look like in your mind, about what you would want to see it look like, and manifest it, man. Big bold candle here. Get on down. Create a little fair value gap in here with this candle. Come on down. That's it. So we're starting to attack that first data point. We've hit it. The next ones are sitting in here. Because if we're wrong, let's say we don't want to marry the idea that, yes, Hadi, we were both thinking, I'd like to see that go higher. That rejection block we talked about, how often does the rejection block constantly keep beating people? Here's a beautiful example, right? And then we saw that first turn earlier right here, trades back into it, goes lower, inside the range, pay yourself, change in direction, goes higher, rejection block again, change in direction with this whole section here, traded below it, trade back inside it, go lower, trade through the discount box right there, traded back through it, so it was waffling around, giving us some stick. We said we just wanted to see it hold there and not do any more wick stuff. That means it's still kind of choppy. It's still chopped around inside here, and then finally rolled over and then got sharp, hit the data point level that we were looking for and went lower. Do you guys see that? I know Hadi sees it, but the rest of you, do you see it? Do you see what I outlined there, Russell? Long bust time. It is a long bust time. So now we're starting to dig into the next data point. And unfortunately, we don't have a SIBI forming in here. I don't even have an immediate rebalance for me in there. So now we're digging into the consequent encroachment of that first presentation. So now you want to see this act. If we don't get our reversal model or model 1 here, what I'm looking at is the swing and the first candle to the left. Remember the first bull candle to the left? That swing point right there? That's the one I'm looking for. This is a bull candle. So let's see if this one works. And it's buried inside that one too. See how the wick's inside there? So I'd wait for that high to get broken. There, we stabbed through the midnight open now. We've got all those data points have been tagged. Now you want to see a big green candle here. Or I want to see a fair value gap forming down here. Think about where's our next target on the hourly. It's the rejection block. Rejection block to rejection block, right? Remember the 4-hour rejection block? We have a 1-hour rejection block, so it's like to like a raise. I like it. Like I like to like it. So that would be that range bound again. Let's hit right on it right there. That is the bottom of the... No, it's not. We've got a tiny bit more to go, which is the bottom of the... Yeah, it's inside this midnight open range here still. Little swing happening. There's a 3-candle swing. Right off the data points we're looking for. 15-second chart. What's that telling you right now? Got nothing. You'd have to see this break above here. See this right here? That's the downside side. So that's the only imbalance I can see right now. And it's buried inside the bull trap. This could just continue to run all the way down. So if we want to marry the idea of that going higher and it's not going higher, it's just running lower for the rest of the day, don't marry your trade. We've broken this candle on a close right here. We've come back, retested it. This is a continuation model 4 right there. Lows, that last down close bearish candle is broken with a body. You come back, retest it, all the way back up into that rejection block there. Or sorry, I keep saying rejection block. That go, no go zone, right? We went through the discount box. We wanted to see us get retest of that before we took the low. It didn't. It took the low first. Then it came back inside this candle. Now we get a model 4. Move yourself to stop break even. And now we've got a continuation. So that's a model 4. we're all looking for a long here, but there's the continuation that we're overlooking. So if we continue to run through this, your entry has been here. For those who are saying, we're going short. Short's here. If you've been on this short since 10 o'clock, you couldn't make a new high at 10, but you made a new low at 10. You've got your turn right here. Silver bullet entry. Where's your silver bullet? So 10.02, 10.03. This is your silver bullet right here. That's the first fair value gap after 10 o'clock right there. Let me just highlight this for you so you see what a silver bullet looks like. It's that imbalance right there to right there. And that would be we should actually make this one up here so we can see what does silver look like. Green? Does it look like gray? That with some black around it maybe. Oops. We'll go like this, and then we'll put a little border of black around it, or gold maybe. No, we'll put black around it. And we'll call that silver bullet. Look, see, there's there's your fair value gap. See that down there? Anyway, there's the silver bullet. Come back, retest the silver bullet, and then we had a nice little run down. So that's Michael's silver bullet entry right there. Here's our first little sign that we want to go higher. Nice little change in direction right off the rejection block. Funny enough, hey? And it's bouncing off of another area below us. Where's our first presentation? There's the retest. Now you want to see that go higher from here. You don't want to see that low get taken now. And it did. So she's still running. Remember, we're going into the third week of August, and typically, if you're looking at seasonal tendencies, you want a low to form on the 18th and 19th, a swing pattern on the 18th and 19th. So if we do make a little run down here, this could be the start of the moving into the Jackson Hole Summit. This is the Crazy Ivan time. That's a no-go zone right there. We broke through it, came back into it. I'm short there. Pay yourself there at that low. And I'm out right there. I just took my entry there, pay yourself there. It came back and I moved my stop loss down to the edge of this here, just above it. And it literally came back and grabbed me. So I'm still looking for that to take these lows out now and potentially start digging down into a real big run down lower. Sorry, Hadi, we're not going higher yet, buddy. Don't marry along when it's clearly showing you that it's going lower. Morning, Hans. There's nothing in here that's given us an opportunity for a long yet. How you doing this morning, Hans? What's ES up to? Is that giving us a cleaner? Remember we were looking for this discount area here? Look at that, right to the pip. Nice. Now you start looking on your 1 hour, start looking on ES for a reversal. There's a nice little bull trap sitting right up there. We have an immediate rebalance right here. So I would treat that like a fair value gap. Wait for it to break this high here at 78.16 and then look for upside. Get on top of this lot here. Get back in sync with each other. Get back on top of here. And get back on top of that. That should send us back up into that range bound stuff here. It's creating all these like relative equal lows here now. The next little rejection block you want to see is hit right in here. Pop onto that 116. Clear those guys out. And then send it back through. What's ES up to? Come on, bring it up. So you're just looking for a model 2 here. Or this to close here in the next 25 seconds and check this area out right here. And see if that area gets used to punch through the mean threshold of that. Bodies through here. I like that. There's along there. I want to see that midnight open get broken now. See how it's midnight open is right in the middle of this little bull trap. We start to trade back through that again. We're in a too much chop for me. And how you want to see this just leave here now. Get some green legs on that thing. Start running. That'd be a perfect place to hold up on the Asia low. Just right into the rejection block and just peel off of it. And we've got no swing point here other than that little ES. Wait for it to break through here. This is the crazy Ivan. If he sees you, he's coming for you. If not, he'll roll over and come back down again. Bottom of the hour. There's our crazy Ivan. If he sees you, he's coming for you. And we're on the other side of it. Inside the bull trap. See if it just holds here now. This is too choppy and I gotta wait for something clean now. Yeah, I'm out of that trade now. I was right at the mean threshold of this candle with a stop loss, and then I've slowly inched it back up again to close it out. Now I want to see it break here and here. 5-minute Sibby, he says 5-minute Sibby. And Hans is still looking for those relative equal lows. I agree with you, Hans. I'd like to see it just come down and tag this 115 here. Clear these out. And there's a pool of liquidity sitting right there. So if we just come down and clear those out and then take them back up above the market, that'd be a nice little switch up. So we do have this mean threshold holding on a 5-minute chart. The last down close candle here, its mean threshold is holding. And this BISI, we've traded above it. We've come back inside the last down close candle, the big one. And now I want to see this pop up above here and take that bull trap out, because that bull trap is sitting close. Once we can get through that, then we've got some room to move. And there's a nice little pocket up here at 240, 250. Between 243 and 256. But you got to break this out. Well, so far it's been good, Hans. We caught little runs up. We've caught a nice little run down. And now we're looking for a continuation to the upside, or just a run on this liquidity down here and that 115. See if that 115 holds. As you can see, it's not acting. There's nothing in here that really gives us a good pocket. There's a small little Sibby here. Ran up it, ran through it, tagged it a bunch of times, ran through it, ran through it, ran through it. We just keep running through this area. So we're still stuck inside that open range, midnight. So wait for something clean. Wait for the candle to finish forming. Just look at how many seconds you have left. So when you see these big bold candles, you think, okay, this is the one. Then all of a sudden it turns into a wick. We got a few more people in our community we're going to do some chopping on today. There's a few people that aren't participating at all, so we're doing some chopping. Watch that midnight open, that first presentation. Look at how that's been utilized there, hey? Yeah. It would be nice to see 11 o'clock take this out, Hindi. Because if we don't, then I can see 11 pulling back into the range, into this. Here's the scenario I'm looking at. Tell me what you guys think. 11 o'clock does this. It doesn't take out the lows. It takes out, yeah, it doesn't take out these lows. goes up into this range here, and then 12 o'clock takes out the lows and either sends it higher or utilizes this midnight open range to go lower. That's kind of like what I'm looking for. I'm imagining anyway. So 11 o'clock just gives you a pullback in a 62%, 70% optimum trade entry reversal area, which would be right here. Let's see if, let's reverse engineer this. If you're going to reverse engineer this, where would 70% put us? Right into the no-go zone. Right? So if this holds and we get it 11 o'clock pullback into here, it would be a 70% optimum trade entry reversal and then send it lower. Back into lunch. Lunch would set us a 12 o'clock low and a TIBS, and then look for a reversal in lunch for continuation for a 2 o'clock run on the highs. How's that? What say you guys? Haven't you cleaned up the group, Darren? I've cleaned up a huge ton of people, but there's some still, I still got maybe 15, 20 more people to chop up there. I don't care if we end up with 5 or 10 people. I'd rather have people that are dedicated to what the community's about, which is everybody helping each other out. They got way too many people just sitting in the background copying other people's charts. Or they just come in, read, mine all the information and then leave. They contribute nothing. They just sit there and watch and do nothing. And I get that. Sometimes you need to sit in the sidelines and kind of get a feel for it. But when I give you over a year to contribute, or you never contribute anything, you just sit there and come in and read and glean some information and then leave. Obviously, that's not a community that we're looking for. So that's why I'm chopping people. And I've taken the invite away from the channel here. So it's invite only now. I've taken away the open invitation for everybody to just a selected few. Those of you guys who are working your asses off there, share information and work with people. I want to respect the amount of work that you guys are doing and what you're contributing to that. So that's why I'm chopping people. Life isn't an observation sport, man. You got to participate. Well, I'm not too worried about it, Hans. I'm not out to offend anybody. It's just like clearly the community's not for you. So, there's many out there you can go to. So I don't take offense to it. And if people are chopped, don't take offense to it. Obviously, it's not for you. It's cool. It's cool. There's no hard feelings, no anger, no animosity. I'm just, all right. They don't have the objectives we're looking for, so that's cool. Move on. Life's good, man. It's all good. Surprised me this morning. I never found the buy that I was looking for. Yeah, Hadi and I have been looking for this almighty long today. But this has got 7 minutes left of this hour, and then that changes the whole objective for me right now. If we close below this area on the hourly, like if we start closing below 168, that changes my 168. So if we stay inside here on this hour closing in the next 6.5-ish minutes, then I'm not bullish anymore. I'm now switching to bearishness, because that now becomes the hourly no-go zone for me. So if we come back up inside that, to 184 or 189 and then roll over and go lower. We're looking for these lows to get taken out. So I'm looking for 9, 10, 11, 12 just to continue making 11 and 12 to keep driving lower. Especially if we take out 11 o'clock takes out 10 on the downside. Because typically 11 o'clock will run back inside that 10 o'clock hour. So we're just going to watch the next 6 minutes and see where this ends. Are we going to make a quick surge down, take out these lows, and then pull back above that level? I'd be okay with that as well. Have you guys checked out Reza's new indicator? Anybody using that? The guy's got a PhD in computer programming and AI software. And he's written an indicator for you guys, for all of us there in the community. Are you guys trying it out? I haven't downloaded it yet, but I'm definitely going to try it. Anyone? Anyone? No? Derek, how are you bees doing? My little front step bees, we haven't named them yet, and I want to make a little sign, and I want it with a little toothpick or a little popsicle stick, and I want to stick it home sweet home, buzz off on stuck in the ground where they're going through we got the first pad. As you walk off the steps on the front there's a little hole, and the bumblebees, they're just big fat bumblebees, they're coming in and they're just flying out of there. I counted like 10 of them coming out of there the other day. They're quite active. Their legs are all full of pollen or whatever it is all over their little legs, and they go back in there and come back out, and they're off again. So I want to put a sign, because sometimes they come back and they're kind of buzzing along like, where's the entrance? So I want to put like a little this way, and then little signs that point, go that way. The hole's over there. It's been hot for them, but they are fine. That's good. Now, do they tend to be just as active in hot environments? Because they must have to cool that hive down. They must be just buzzing away, and they're trying to cool it down as well as warm it up in the wintertime, right? So we've got 2.5 minutes. You see how we're dropping below here? 2.5 minutes to see if this turns into a wick and gets below our no-go zone on our hourly. Then I'm looking for a retest of this whole area here as a let me pull that right down to there. And this becomes the we have 1 minute and 42 seconds. And I won't be bullish again until we get back through here on an hourly and go higher. Otherwise, we can retrace all the way back up inside that, which, you know, puts us back in line with if we break this on a bull side, on the upside, come back into it, then I'd be like, okay, that's hitting the hourly. I want to see that, tag that, and keep ripping through here now. So we'll start to see that happening on the 1 minute. But if we see 11 o'clock run back into here, tag it, and then start going lower, that's the test you want to see. And then take out these lows and start see if we can dig down deeper into this big bull candle we had yesterday. You put a lot of work into this too, Darren. I'm happy to be part of the group. Hounds, you know, you've been around for a long time, my friend, and you've contributed to the community, which is great. And it's anybody who's contributed to the community, even, you know, some decent interactions, I just let them sit there. You know, you got Tristan. I haven't seen Tristan in a long time, but the guy really contributed at the beginning. He was really trying to help out. So abs, you know, we don't see abs anymore, but lifetime membership, man. Those guys, they worked their ass off when they were in there. So for me, that's like you're helping out the community, right? That's what it was all about. You're actively part of it. So you get to be part of it, then yeah, stick around. I understand life gets in the way sometimes, but if you don't do anything and you never contribute, then I'm not into that. We're here to help people learn. So be an active participant in your own learning. That's what I say. No hard feelings. I get it. So there we are. We are now below here. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a model. This is a model. This is an extension. So we finally took out the lows of the Asian low, right? So now that becomes the bull trap. I want to see, and you have to see this whole thing here. Break up above this and the hourly, come back into that, find some support at that inside the hourly and that last little up close candle here and that guy. And you can go higher. Otherwise, this is a model 4 that can come all the way back up in here. We just see this tag here. So you got 1, 2, 3 and the midpoint. And then you got 4, 5, 6. Those little 6 data points that you want to see roll over and take this lower. So now I'm no longer bullish. I'm not looking for that big upside box up here right now, Hidi. Oops. I am definitely not there. I am bearish. Did you call me? Hello? I guess not. I guess not. Yes, bumbles make their nest in the ground. Hope you can protect them. They are really hard workers and great pollinators. Oh, we love them. We love them. My wife got stung. There was one, I think he was kind of just buzzing around on her fist and on her hand, like, hey, man, what are you doing over here? And then Carla was trying to shake him off and he stung her finger, but didn't leave the little pouch behind. So I think he just stung her and left. Honeybees have to forego some nectar and pollen acquisition when it's very hot, so they send foragers out for water to bring back to cool the larvae. Well, it's definitely warm or cool here, that's for sure. See how we've retested that level there? Now a 4, extend that below there, pay yourself. If you're getting in it right off there on the hourly, retest and send it lower. So now we're looking for this to go lower, and I'm looking for the next little 115 level we talked about. And then see if we get a reaction off of that. See if it suddenly changes direction and starts to head back up into our area here. But it's got to get through all of this and that for me to be bullish again. Yeah, there's lots of water. We're getting rained on like crazy here right now. So they're definitely cool underneath there. You can literally come off the step and you can hear them. You can hear them humming away underneath the sidewalk there. They drop tiny droplets of water on the larvae and fan them. Oh, that's cool. Long before our genius professors ever understood it, they have been doing evaporative cooling on hot days. That's really neat. It's like Derek is the new bee whisperer, hey? I love it. It's like the wildlife America. Welcome to Wildlife America with Derek Campbell. Now you just need to develop a really cool narrative voice. And the nectar of the bee is absolutely unbelievable. The bee brings small droplets of water into the hive and drops them on the nectar and begins to fan. And as you can see, it cools down the larva and the bee's existence is set for another day. That's what you're going to have to give us your best. I can't even, not Rowan Atkinson, that's Mr. Bean. I can't remember the dude's name now. David Attenborough. That's right. David Attenborough. Derek Attenborough. That's what we're going to call you now. How do they know when the water content is appropriate to cap the honey? We really don't know. Oh, they do. Love nature. You sound like David. Yeah, I have to use our refractometer to know what the percentage is. But yes, they know when it's ready to cap. I wonder if they just dip their little feet in it and they test it. And they notice the surface tension. You know, they put pressure on it with their feet and they go, oh, the surface tension, it's still a little sticky. It hasn't quite hit the, keep fanning, boys. You got a little cook down there with a little hat on, putting a little pressure down there. Not quite ready. If I ever hear a voiceover, you're going to be my guy. Yes, refractometer used one of those at my other job. Refractometer, does that just measure humidity and density of the air or something? In firefighting, we always looked at crossover and dew point for forest firefighting and know when the dew point was and the crossover. So in other words, when the forest fire was going to flare up again after at nighttime, you know, where the humidity gets low and there's a certain dew point, and there's a crossover when the dew point and the relative humidity drops down and suddenly the air is drier and the fire just takes off. So we're all get together in a meeting before, and whenever you see firefighters, all the forest fighters gathering around at a big meeting early in the morning, and there's the attack crews, the RAP attack crews are out there looking at the fire and how you're going to attack it. The best work they can do is before the dew point is hit, because that's when it's supposed to flare up again. So they like to try and get in and cut in on angles, and yeah, it's kind of neat. That's all I know about that. In terms of a refractometer, that's your refractometer. No, it's very scientific when they're out there studying that stuff. Anyway, there's our 115 that we're looking for. We've tagged that. Now I want to see if we start to run through our 104. You never know. They may have discovered little B refractometers. Maybe they got the queen just goes around. She's got a certain leg she can stick in there and say that it's ready to cap, boys. There's your model 4. Nicely done. Takes out the lows. Now we're looking for this low to get taken. You move your stop loss to break even now. So just on your hourly alone, just a retest of that candle. 137 to, it's only 30 handles. But right now you be at break even. You pay yourself at the rejection block or low. And then you're in a risk-free trade here now for a short. Does that make sense? So everything we talked about on a 1 minute chart, you're now seeing on a 1 hour chart. That's a model 4. We talked about that just as it was happening. And we've now took out the 105 level or 104 level. Is that 104? What's the low on that candle? 104. So we just cleared that out at 101. So that's now considered taken. So now we're going to continue to push into this consequent encroachment of this array down here. So look for that next. And then you start to split this up into quarters. Look for 25%, look for a full fill, and then look for half. Then take your fib tool and pull it on here from there to there. And then you're going to go quarters. So you're looking for this one first, then this one, then this one, then that one, if you're looking on the hourly chart. Right now we've swept that, so your stop loss has moved into break even plus the cost of the trade. You've paid yourself, so you've made a little bit of money on the side. You're in a risk-free trade. Don't sweat it. If it turns back against you, look for this and this to break to the upside. And then we're looking for a run back into that area here. And then we decide whether or not this 11 o'clock is just a run on this short-term liquidity. So watch right here. Quick run on short-term liquidity. So you're looking for this kind of thing to happen. So if we go here, 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 and then higher, or we come back to this, like instead of going there, you don't want to see that breakthrough here. You want to see this hold here, then come back through. So that we just run the liquidity above all of this and then send it lower. So if this is 11 o'clock right here now, if this doesn't give you anything in this 11:15 to 11:30, then look for 12 o'clock to keep sending you deeper and deeper into this run over here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for there. And it's not, we're already into the first 15 minutes. So if you're going to do a wick, typically you want to see that in the first 15 minutes, make that move. You want to see the fair value gap to form and into the squabblers, the squabbler stuff. You want to see that squabbling over who's going to hit the see, I said rejection block again, the SIBI to send it higher, but it's not. You see how it's just come back into that little SIBI, tagged it, and it's sending it lower. And each one of these are just vying for new lows. So you've got another couple of minutes left for see if this makes a run back higher, or 94 is our next target. We used to measure the bricks of veal broth used to make demi-glaze. The queen is more a queen than she is a worker. Nails are just right. She's groomed several times a day. Hair's cleaned and gelled. Feet are padded and cleaned. She's a Tala. Yep. That's what my wife is. She must be the queen bee then. I get it. She wouldn't know how to use a hammer and a screwdriver. That's my wife, definitely. Honey, we've decided you're a bee. We've decided. We've decided. Derek has decided you're a bee. You're a bee. It says the queen is more a queen than she is a worker. Her nails are just right. She's groomed several times a day. Hairs are cleaned and gelled. Her feet are padded and cleaned. She's a prima donna. I was like, that's my wife. She's a queen bee.
This is true.
See, Derek, you understand my wife. There you go. There's the 94 level hit now. Don't blame me. That was you. Shh. Sorry, man. I've I've backed up the bus over you, my friend. Replay the tape. Derek's like, I never said that. So you see how that discount box down here, how we ran through it? Look at that tag, tag, tag. That's that no-go zone, right? You ran all the way through it, then nailed it a bunch of times and then sent it lower. That's a nice little model 3 right there. And then it comes back through that candle one more time and nails that. That's a model 4 now, extension. So we have extension, sorry, and then continuation. Nice model 3 and 4 right off that there. So now what you want to see is the next 43 minutes, this close below here. Then this becomes the tag it and send it lower. All right, now let's see if we just, so we've run these lows out now. We've tagged that consequent encroachment of that. Now I want to see if we get a reversal here. I would love to see us come back into this old high here. Watch this area here. And remember your TIBs now. 19. Send it higher. If 2021 comes down here one more time, I'd like to see this start pushing higher now. How do you get long there, Hadi? There's no long there. Are you on a 15-second chart or something? Yeah, there's no long there. Are you on a different time frame than I'm on? Did you see something on a... Here's your 21. Big run down here. Let's go tear it down. I've got risk-free trade now. Let it rip. Let it rip, man. Out 15-second chart didn't work. 830 level targeted. I just want to see. I'm not picking on you, buddy, not by any stretch. I just wanted to see where you were looking for a long there. Oh yeah, okay. If you're looking at this here and you're saying we're above this and we're above this, if we come back into that, I could go long. Yeah, if you follow the rule according to the immediate high that gets broken or the rejection block, you pay yourself, move to break even. Here's how that works. If you're long here inside this, so let's stretch this out just so you can see what it is I'm talking about. Here's the rigidity of the rules if you follow the rules, like, and if you got your own set of rules, I totally respect that. See how that reverse happens here? Got a nice body break through this, and we say if it gets back through the mean threshold, look for a retest on the SIBI. It gets back through the mean threshold, retest the SIBI, and you say that's my line in the sand, my stop loss will go down here. The moment it breaks this high, I have to pay myself, or rejection block, I have to pay myself. So it goes up multiple times, hits the rejection block, you pay yourself, move to break even. So on that candle there, if you followed the exact rule, that would have paid you. You would have moved to break even, and it would have taken you out. And that would have been done. If you waited and said, if as soon as it clears this high here, I'm going to take this long, and I do not want to lose the mean threshold of that candle. You see how it's lost it here? Come back through it. Then this becomes the new, this candle is now validated. So you have to take into consideration its mean threshold as well. The moment it gets validated from below, then you go, that's an active candle. You have to be prepared for that, right? Holy skookum. Gonna move my stop loss here. So always look at when a candle is activated, Hadi, and when it's not, and why you want to find support at that. So see how it just came back into there, nailed it again, and then it starts giving you this little hair through here. That's not acting the way we want. We wanted to see it tag it and leave. And the fact that it starts to come back, chopping through the candles again, that's your consolidation hint. You don't like seeing that. And you want to, there's the bottom of that. So you want to pay yourself there. But I'm going to pay myself there, and I'm going to move to confirm. Good. I'm in some profit there. So now I'm looking for this to rip. Just rip it. Now we're through that level. Let's just let it tear here. We can get back into here. That'll be a nice little run for me for the day, and I'm done. Sorry. Anyway, back to here. So once you've seen this mean threshold give way, and that mean threshold, you want to say, if that mean threshold gets closed through, I want to see the high of it get taken on a close, and then our next bull trap sitting right here. So then you have to ask yourself, is it worth it for me to wait for this breaker here? Expect this breaker to give way when I'm struggling to get through this, out of this consolidation with anything displaced. Then we see this change. So we hit that rejection block again, change in direction right here. You come back, tag it once perfectly right here for the continuation on the downside. Wait for the bull trap to let go, and it literally closes, opens on it, sits inside it, and then finally runs. So you think, okay, great. As soon as it takes that candle on the close, then any retest of that candle is my model 4 continuation. This is the extension. This is the continuation, model 4, and that's what we're in. Okay, so now you got to change in direction right here. Now we're going to see this bull trap break to the upside, and then you can say, that's my next bull trap I'm hunting for. I don't want to use a 15-second chart as my indicator to, so I'm sitting right here. I don't want to see this get broken to the upside now. So I'm going to allow this this wick to be my support. And I don't want to see more than half that wick get taken. There's the tap. You're going to keep coming down lower. I don't know if that made any sense or not, Hadi, to you, but when you're in those tight little consolidations like that, you really got to keep in mind every new candle that forms. and where the support is. That's a nice little 27. We're into the crazy Ivan time now. That 45 seconds. I want to see it close above here and above here. Then we're looking for a run higher again. And remember our level here to here. Right down near the 50% of that BISI. Getting a pump off of here. This is good. Wait 20 seconds. We want to see it close either above here or here. Watch how this candle acts here now. And always pick the last one that it breaks. So now you're looking for a retest of this. Now I want to see that send it up. Here's a full fill. Give it some leeway here, and I will go along with that. And the stop loss will go down here. You want to see that go higher from here now. I don't like the way that wick's acting, so I'm out. Not running up there. Ran through here, took this out on a close, right? Well, it's about to close here. This ends up being just an ugly wick. That'll be nasty. That'll be mean. That'll be cruel. This is the 32, 31. That'll be mean if that's a wick and then ends up punching higher. This is a 32 candle coming now. It's below it. Yeah, I think I'm done too. We're into the 11:30 now. That's ugly. That's mean. If that gets back through here, look for this as support to go higher, not this one, that one. Otherwise, mean threshold, send it lower. Anyway, that's it for me, you guys. I'll see you in the community channel, and I'll see you on Monday. I think you guys have an awesome weekend. And take your winnings. Don't forget it's Friday. You don't want to end up going into the weekend with some losses. So give yourself a break. If you've won, move to the sidelines and wait. You're getting into the middle of this big range here now, and it can go either direction. We can get a retracement back in here in the next hour. Retest this and then send it lower again. Remember what I told you about the seasonal tendencies too. That's what I'll be looking for next week. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Derek, take care of them bees, man. And I'll see you guys on Monday. As usual, I'm sending the love, my friends. Where's my little love indicator? There we go. Take it easy, boys and girls. See you Monday.